What's going on, guys? Unknown Player here, and today we're going to be talking some more about the Age of Triumph event. I wanted to discuss some of those exotics we're likely to see in the actual event and some of those remaining ones, and also Bungie released a teaser trailer of what to expect in this week's stream about weekly rituals that I'll be going over as well. So if we firstly go over that teaser trailer, wasn't really much of it in terms of new stuff. It was a quick shot of the prison, but it's actually the taken version, so either Challenge of the Elders or the original prison is returning. We know one of them is, but kind of hoping they do bring up Skolas, because that was a really fun boss fight. Would be nice to get the old prison weapons as well. But moving on, there was also one cool shot that did mention those strikes, which we're getting some kind of new addition to, and actually called it Daybreak strikes. So I'm guessing this will be a new kind of addition in addition to Nightfalls and also the weekly heroic strike. Now, Deej did mention in the stream they're going to be adding some kind of mayhem to the Nightfalls, so maybe it's also a modifier that does apply to the Nightfall strike as well. But either way, Daybreak strike is definitely worth paying attention to, and it does appear to be something involving supers. Obviously, when Deej said mayhem, it does sound like the Crucible mode mayhem, but obviously Guardians get a lot of super energy and grenades, so I'm guessing it'll be something similar. Like I said in previous videos, I feel like Bungie would have seen the infinite super glitch in strikes, and probably thought it does look like fun and kind of a cool way to empower Guardians, and just have a load of fun just using loads of supers. So maybe this is kind of like a version of that, where your supers are boosted and your grenades. But in the trailer, it's literally non-stop Guardians just popping their supers. So that's definitely the main element here. And of course, I have to find out more in the stream. But hopefully that's a cool mode to look forward to as well. So next up, the main thing I wanted to talk about was actually exotics and get some of your thoughts on these things. Of course, this is the last chance for any exotics to be brought up or even introduced into the game. So this is literally the last chance. There is no other opportunity. If Bungie is ever going to add any kind of exotics into Destiny 1, this is literally the last chance, because there's going to be no more live events. This is literally make or break. So any exotics, they're going to be added into this Age of Triumph event. This is basically when we're going to see them or not. Now, there's an interesting page where in the record book, they do say to collect 55 exotics. So this is the main kind of interesting topic, because no one really knows how many exotics are in Destiny, whether there's 55, 52, 53. I mean, you got Thunderlords, for example. Do they count as 3 separate exotics or just 1? Does the Iron Galahorn, the normal one, are they separate? Are they 2 or just 1? And then there's weapons that aren't even in year 3 yet. Do they count? So there's a lot of confusion and definitely a lot of speculation as to whether there are empty slots for new ones to be added in. But either way, it doesn't say to collect all 55 exotics, just 55. So maybe something else I thought of is that what if the Xbox players finally get the Zen Meteor and Jade Rabbit into the game? Because unless they have to collect 53 and it's a different challenge for them, because technically Bungie can't ask them to collect 55 exotics if 2 of them aren't available to them. So maybe it'll be a different challenge, or maybe they'll just throw them into the game finally. I do think it's very likely that that exclusivity contract with PlayStation to get that exclusive content would probably be annually, so it might last up until September, until Destiny 2, which would definitely be really unfortunate. But maybe they'll cancel it early and just throw the guns into the game now. That's definitely something worth thinking about. Maybe there are 57 in total with those 2, and Xbox only have to collect 55, and that's why it's that number. But who knows? It's definitely very interesting. Let me know your thoughts down below in the comment section, of course. So on top of that, we then have those exotics which are still remaining. The first one being Pocket Infinity, which technically is the only year 1 exotic to not make it into the game, excluding the raid weapons, of course, because those are only obtained from the raids. But Pocket Infinity, I'm not sure why it's been left out. It doesn't really seem like that broken or anything weird with it. Maybe Bungie can find some kind of bug and there's a reason, but it's just kind of a weird fusion rifle. I can't really imagine it being overpowered, especially now with the special ammo change. I mean, it does dump out a load of fusion bolts at once, but once you do that, your ammo is literally gone, especially now. So I really can't see it being a problem. So I'm not sure why it's been left all this time and hasn't been finally added in with the others. But either way, we're definitely going to be getting it in Age of Triumph. There's no doubt about it. Bungie aren't going to leave this one weapon just in year 1, just stranded by itself. So obviously going to bring it up. I'm not sure if they're going to change it or maybe do some tweaks to it. And then we also, of course, have Necrochasm Mythoclast. Obviously, we know those are coming. The Mythoclast was confirmed with ornaments as well. I do wonder if they're actually going to change how you get the Necrochasm, because obviously the Mythoclast is just simply a drop right there and then. But the Necrochasm, you need to get the Husk of the Pit, the white weapon, and upgrade to the legendary Eidolon ally, and then get the Crux of Crotus. So maybe they'll change it, make it a bit more streamlined, because they have to introduce a way to actually get the Husk of the Pit again instead of going to that one mission. And the final thing, of course, is the potential of new exotics. Again, we don't know exactly how many are in the game right now, if Bungie might add some more, but Dubious Folly is, of course, an obvious one. That's been literally in the game files for like a year and a half now. We still don't know where exactly it is, but once again, it was deliberately added back into the database for Rise of Iron. So I can't imagine them doing that if they didn't plan on adding it in eventually. But once again, this is Bungie's last chance to add anything new into Destiny. So I think it's very, very likely, in my opinion, and I probably expect to see it turn up in some kind of secret exotic quest line. So of course, leave your thoughts down below in the comment section. We're probably gonna have to wait until the next reveal stream on the Wednesday about the sandbox, where they're gonna talk about some of the rewards and possibly show some of them off. And that's where they're most likely to talk about the exotics and also how the elemental primaries will fit into the game. But we're going to have to wait a little bit longer to find out the details on some of those guns, but definitely a lot of interesting things that are worth thinking about, especially that Jade Rabbit and Zen Meteor, and also the number of exotics that added into the game. So of course, let me know your thoughts down below in the comment section. If you enjoyed the video, a like rating would be much appreciated, and I'll see you guys in the next one.